G'day guys, welcome to part 2. We'll be resuming tackling the bindings. For today we're going to work on a little bit of steel rod that we're going to shape to make heel braces, and then once we've done that, move on to straps. Too soft. Then big hammer. Oh no, that's horribly long. Alright. Give that time to cool off, and then I'll build it up a bit more. Now, only one thing left to do with this, test it. Probably still too hot at this point. That's good, that's where I want it. On the right foot. I'll quite cut it over the heel as much as I want it to. Huh, there's a hole in that one too. Hello! Yep, that's bent up a little bit. Watch it as it went. There's that little bit extra adjustment when I was on the ground. Now it wraps up over the heel a little bit better. Something like this, which gives it an extra bit of support. Yeah, something like that. To give it a little bit of support, stops it from moving down and up. Yeah, this is going to need a major cleanup. That was one of my worst welds ever. Anyway, let's turn the gas off for the welder. So it's the end of the day, but not end of part 2. We're actually going to attach these straps too, rather than just have as it is. We've got heaps of time and bugger me, John. Heaps of time, heaps of opportunity to make it happen tomorrow. Once they're done, I'm going to wait a bit for testing, because unfortunately I went for a run this morning and I pulled a muscle and I'm limping a little bit, even though it doesn't look like it, because you can't actually see legs. Anyway, getting back to this now. Got a bit of foam matting that I've cut out. That's going to sit just on the bottom of this. It's not going to be a true 100% fit. I think that's what I want for that one. That way, for that one. Just stop this base of the binding from rubbing off any of the top surface of the board here. Essentially just got to hold it where I want it. Got a pen from just over here and mark where I want the holes drilled. Alright, so very good turn with it. I can get it started and then it helps to do it later. So I've only gone like couple mil in. It's about 5 mil thick foam. Have a look at that. It's all clear. Just the last few holes I've got to do, and they'll be done. Cool, so this bench has got a few holes in it, which helps, as you saw in the last part, drilling the holes for the base of the bindings. What I have to do is line it up with a hole. Keep going. Something's wrong with that, I know that for certain. 1, 2. Also trim it off the edge, that way it doesn't pick up the edge of the sand or the snow wherever I go. Alright, so it's in, works, a little bit of overhang, which is fine. I can neaten that up in a minute. This one I'm just going to do both, line that up. This will all be glued onto the bottom as well to help it set properly. So I think the other screws we're going to, or the bolts, sorry, we're going to help. Might try it and see if the other bolt works. Try these other ones, see if they work any better. I didn't go with these ones before. Now they're too short. I might have to compress it by standing on it a few times. So what I'll do is compress the foam in here. These are much better bolts. It's way faster than speeding it. That'll do. Screw them up. That's pretty sturdy. Yeah, I like those bolts. Nice soft heads on them rather than that. They stick up too far. Alright, so I'll swap all the bolts over and I'll have got that one as well. Oh, not coming out of the heels anytime soon. All I need now is a strap to go over the front and a strap to go over the back. Also a bit of reinforcement probably. Why would I do this to myself? Just need straps now. A little bit of radiator hose, just to give the heel a bit of a padding. Alright, let's go test how comfortable this is. I'm hoping with enough rubber on it, it won't dig into the heel quite as much. Let's go backwards trying to lock the heels in. Pretty good at that, actually. That rubber doesn't even move, so I might not even need taping it up. Alright, the next step is get straps. So I'll go have lunch and then get in and get these straps. There'll be a little bit of burst stuff to clean up on the welds, but other than that, the welds look pretty good. Quite happy with how it's coming together. I'll spend a bit of time cleaning this up and then go and get some straps, come back and finish this off. By the way, just before I go, I did a little bit of work the other day off camera. I put a bit of a lip on the front because I used to have one like this one on the back, one on the front, and this one, what I did was I drilled out the holes just a little bit. Flip it over. It's got some little clips put in the back here, drilled up the hole big enough so I can insert them. They're almost shaped like a volcano, if you can imagine that. I just inverted them, put them in the hole, screwed them up from the other side, put a few screws in this window weatherproofing. That seems to come up alright. I'm hoping it'll hold, but only know through testing how well it'll go. Might put a bit of heat on it just to shrink these crease spots in here. I'm excited. I'm getting really excited. Just got to find some dunes to test this on once I've finished it. Got straps. I'm hoping these are going to be enough. I had a quick test of just around the back and they were perfect. So now the fun part is trying to get this, go through here and just shimmy it over this. I'm hoping that's going to be enough to get around the front of the foot now. And just enough on top of it that it stops the toes from picking up too much. A little bit breezy today. And I'll see which side I should have the buckle. I have a feeling these front ones are a little bit short, but that'll be fine. If I have to, I can get some longer ones. Let's go test. That's enough. How cool is that? And all up, I've spent less than $10. Which I can just buy a couple more if I want to go over the toes, but over the feet like this is just fine. Just need the toes just tuck up a little bit, but I was going to complain about that. And what I can do now is probably trim this at the back on both sides. Now I've got a finished product. Get into painting. Right, let's see how bad they cut that. Steady. Alright, I won't bother cutting this yet. What I'm going to do is set this up. I've definitely gone around the twist of this one. Oh, maybe right. Alright, strap. There we go. Alright, put a bit in there, just take the paint and I do it. Alright, what could possibly go wrong? Well, a beautiful sunset tonight. My hair looks like a mess. Anyway. Perfect. Happy days. Alright, well while I'm strapped in, I'll do the ending. Essentially the boots fit in quite well. The straps hold in very tight. There's a little bit of movement under the toes, but the whole foot secured to the board pretty much. With the toes picking up, that's fine because that will allow the toes to clear the sand and the snow on a go. Hey, that right. Alright. Well, that brings us to the end of part 2 for the homemade snowboard bindings. The straps themselves actually cost less than $10. I don't know if I said that earlier. So that's overall a cost of about $10 that I've spent on this. So most of the stuff is scrap or already lying around. I mean, if we add the price of the board, it's $50 all up. But overall, that is a very, very good outcome. Next episode, we'll be tackling a bit of painting and hopefully testing. I'm looking forward to showing you how well it goes. Until then, look after yourselves, be good, and go do something productive. Bye.